Hello students, welcome to zoology class. Hope all of you are fine. Today in continuation to my presentations on cell cycle and cell division, today I will talk about the next type of cell division, and that is the meiosis. So what is meiosis? Meiosis is a type of cell division which results in four daughter cells and each with half the number of chromosomes of the parent cell. And meiosis is the process in which a single cell divides twice to form four haploid daughter cells, and these cells are actually the gametes. They are the sperms in males and eggs in females. So what is meiosis? Meiosis is a type of cell division which results in the formation of the four daughter cells, and each daughter cell has half the number of chromosomes of the parent cell, and these four haploid daughter cells, haploid means half the number of chromosomes, and these four haploid daughter cells, they are actually the gametes. They are sperms in case of the males and eggs in case of the females. It means sperms in males and eggs in females are formed by the process of the meiosis. And this process of meiosis, cell division, it is divided into two stages, and they are the meiosis first and meiosis second. And both these stages, they are subdivided into several phases. For example, meiosis first is divided into prophase first, metaphase first, anaphase first, telophase first, and cytokinesis first. And in the same way, meiosis second is also divided into prophase second, metaphase second, anaphase second, telophase second, and then cytokinesis second. And this is the diagrammatic representation of the different stages of the meiosis, that after interphase meiosis starts, and this is meiosis first, this is meiosis second. And meiosis first is divided into these stages which I have already named, and these are the stages of meiosis second. And in meiosis first, prophase first is again divided into certain stages. They are lactotine, zygotine, pachytine, diplotin, and diakinesis. It means the meiosis first has the first stage, prophase first, which is further divided into 5 stages, that is lactotine, zygotine, pachytine, diplotin, and diakinesis. Now we will discuss each stage one by one. So meiosis first, as it is the reductional cell division, because the chromosome number becomes half at the end of the meiosis. So this is known as the reductional cell division, and it is unlike mitosis, which was equational division, and there was no reduction in the chromosomes after the division. And sexual reproduction in organisms takes place through the fusion of the male and female gametes, that is the sperm and egg. And gametes are haploid in nature, that is they contain only half the number of chromosomes, and this genetic content makes them different from other body cells. And meiosis leads to the formation of the haploid cells. It means in case of organisms, sexual reproduction takes place through the fusion of the haploid male gamete with the haploid female gamete, and these haploid male and female gamete, they are formed because of the meiosis. So this is the reductional cell division. So we will take up the first stage of meiosis, and that is the meiosis first. So this is the reductional. In this stage, chromosome number becomes half, and in meiosis first, mitotic division is equational in nature, while meiosis is reductional in nature. The salient feature of meiotic division which make it different from mitosis, they are just like it occurs in two stages of the nuclear and cellular division, as meiosis first and meiosis second. and DNA replication occurs only once. So chromosome number becomes half in meiosis first. It means DNA replication occurs only once, but this whole of the process of the meiosis is completed in two stages. And meiosis first involves the pairing of the homologous chromosomes and recombination between them. Four haploid daughter cells are produced at the end of the meiosis, unlike two diploid daughter cells which are formed in mitosis. Meiosis first separates the pair of homologous chromosomes and reduces the diploid cell to haploid, and it is divided into many stages which include prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase. So meiosis first is divided into prophase first, metaphase first, anaphase first and telophase first. And if we study the phases of meiosis first, then first comes the prophase first. And prophase first, it is longer than the mitotic prophase, that is, it is longer than the prophase stage of the mitosis. And this prophase stage of the meiosis first is divided into 5 substages. They are lactotene, zygotene, brachytene, diplotin and diakinesis. And what happens in each of these stages? In lactotene, the chromosomes begin to condense and they attain a compact nature during lactotene. Next comes the zygotene. In zygotene, the pairing of homologous chromosomes starts, a process which is known as the chromosomal synapses, and it is accompanied by the formation of the complex structure known as the synaptonemal complex. And a pair of synapsed homologous chromosomes, they form a complex known as the bivalent or the tetrad. It means after lactotene, when chromosomes are condensed in zygotene, two homologous chromosomes, they get paired and a synaptonemal complex is formed, and this forms a complex known as the bivalent or the tetrad. Tetrad means 4 chromatids, they become together, and bivalent means 2 chromosomes, they become closer. And next stage of the prophase first is brachytene. In brachytene stage, crossing over of the non-sister chromatids of homologous chromosomes occurs at the recombination nodules, and the chromosomes remain linked at the sites of the crossing over. So this is very important stage, that in brachytene stage, crossing over of the non-sister chromatids. You know that there are 4 chromatids now which have come closer, and the crossing over of the non-sister chromatids of the homologous chromosomes takes place, and the chromosomes remain linked at the site of the crossing over. It means genes are interchanged. And then next stage is the diplotin, and in diplotin it marks the dissolution of the synaptonemal complex and separation of the homologous chromosomes of the bivalents, except at the site of the crossing over. An X-shaped structure formed during separation is known as the chiasmata. Now in diplotin, synaptonemal complex is dissolved and there is separation of the homologous chromosomes except at the site of the crossing over, and an X-shaped structure is formed which is known as the chiasmata. Then next stage of the meiosis first, then prophase first, is diakinesis, and it is marked by the termination of the chiasmata and assembly of the meiotic spindle to separate the homologous chromosomes, and the nucleolus disappears and nuclear envelope breaks down. Now in this stage of prophase first, that is in diakinesis, chiasmata is terminated and meiotic spindles, they are formed, and they separate the homologous chromosomes. Then nucleus disappears and nuclear envelope it breaks down. Then this is the diagrammatic representation of the different stages of prophase. First, this is the lap protein in which the chromosomes are condensed. Then in this, synaptonemal complex is formed in zygote, and this is pachytene where tetrads are seen, and in diploide stage this is chiasmata after the crossing over, and in this diakinesis spindles are formed and the chromosomes move to opposite poles, and this is the metaphase stage which we will discuss after this. So then comes the meiosis first, metaphase first. So this is the metaphase first of the meiosis first stage. And now the bivalents, they align at the equatorial plate and microtubules from the opposite poles attached to the pairs of homologous chromosomes. So now the chromosomes, they align at the equatorial plate, or we can say at the metaphase plate. And then comes the anaphase 1. In this stage, the two chromosomes of each bivalent, they separate and move to the opposite ends of the cells, and the sister chromatids are attached to each other. Now half of the chromosomes, they move to one pole, and half chromosomes, they move to other pole. And in telophase, the nuclear membrane reappears and is followed by cytokinesis, and this gives rise to dyad of cells. So in telophase first, again nuclear membrane reappears around the one group of chromosomes, and now this is followed by cytokinesis, that is the division of the cytoplasm, and as the result of this, two cells are formed. So at the end of the meiosis first, two cells are formed from one parent cell, and both the cells, they are having half the number of the chromosomes. Next comes the meiosis second, and this meiosis second is just like the mitosis, and there are four stages of meiosis second. Number one is prophase second, and it immediately sets off after the cytokinesis when the daughter cells are formed and the chromosomes begin to condense, accompanied by the dissolution of the nuclear membrane and disappearance of the Golgi apparatus and endoplasmic reticulum complex. So this is just like the mitosis, mitotic prophase stage, that in this after the meiosis first, the daughter cells are formed, then chromosomes, they begin to condense again, and then there is dissolution of the nuclear membrane and disappearance of the Golgi body and the endoplasmic reticulum. Then comes the metaphase second. In this, the chromosomes are connected to the centriole poles and the kinetochores of sister chromatids through the microtubules, and they also get aligned at the equator to form the metaphase plate. It is exactly like the metaphase of the mitosis, that the chromosomes, they are aligned at the metaphase plate, and they are connected to the centriole poles at the kinetochores of the sister chromatid through the microtubules. Then comes the anaphase second. In this phase of meiosis second, there is simultaneous splitting of the centromere of each chromosomes, and the sister chromatids, they are pulled apart towards the opposite poles, because now there is no reduction in number of the chromosomes, and as the chromatids move towards the poles, the kinetochore is at the leading edge with the chromosomal arms trailing, just like the anaphase stage of the mitosis. And then in telophase stage, chromosomes dissolve again into undifferentiated lump, and then nuclear envelope, it develops around it, then it is followed by cytokinesis. So in telophase second, again nuclear envelope is formed around each group of the chromosome. Then there is division of the cytoplasm, that is cytokinesis, and telophase set in. It marks the end of the meiosis, and now four haploid cells or four haploid daughter cells are formed as a result of the whole of the process of the meiosis. So this is the whole of the process showing different stages of the meiosis. This is the meiosis first. So this is prophase first, metaphase first, anaphase first, and telophase first. So at the end of the meiosis first, two daughter cells are formed with half the number of chromosomes. Then each daughter cell, one is this, one is this, each undergoes the meiosis second. This and two cells are formed from one cell, and so at the end two here, two here. So at the end of the whole of the process of the meiosis, four haploid cells are formed. So this is meiosis first and this is meiosis second. So in meiosis first, chromosome number becomes half and two daughter cells are formed. Then each of these two daughter cells, they are again divided into two with no reduction in chromosome, and at the end of the meiosis second, four daughter cells are formed. So this is the whole of the process of the meiosis. Then comes the significance of the meiosis. What is the importance of meiosis? So reproduction in animals takes place through the fusion of the gametes, that is, two cells fuse together with their genetic material to develop a zygote. And if germ cells which give rise to gametes also maintain their ploidy during division like the somatic cells, the zygote will have the accumulation of the chromosomes in its nucleus. This accumulation will keep on increasing with every subsequent generation. So what is the significance of meiosis? As you know that reproduction in animals takes place by the fusion of the sperm and the gamete, sperm and the egg, and sperm and eggs are the gametes, and these are haploid, and then when they fuse they form a zygote which becomes diploid. And if meiosis is not there, then gametes will have diploid number of chromosomes, and then zygote will have accumulation of chromosomes in its nucleus, and this accumulation will keep on increasing with every generation, and normal human beings will not be formed, normal individual will not be formed. So there is a process of meiosis which reduces the number of chromosomes to half in the gametes, and so when these gametes fuse they become diploid, they become double, they become diploid individuals. So there is proper number of chromosomes in individuals. Meiosis offers a very smart solution to this problem as it reduces the number of chromosomes in the gametes to half of their parent germ cells. Moreover, prophase first of meiosis allows recombination of homologous chromosomes, and this recombination is essential for the variation to be introduced in the genetic makeup of the gamete, as the variation only holds the key to evolution through sexual reproduction. It means we can discuss two main things for the significance of meiosis. One is that meiosis reduces the number of chromosomes to half in gametes, and when gametes fuse they give the proper number of the chromosomes in zygote. So the proper number of chromosomes is regained, and so this reduces the problem of accumulation of the chromosomes in generations. So the second significance of meiosis is that during the process of meiosis, I told you that there is a process of recombination and crossing over, and as a result of crossing over and recombination there becomes a variation, and variation is introduced in the coming generation, and this variation is the cause of evolution through sexual reproduction. So this is the significance of the meiosis. So this is all about the process of meiosis. That is, meiosis is a reductional division. Meiosis takes place in two stages, that is meiosis first and meiosis second, and meiosis first is further divided into prophase first, metaphase first, anaphase first, telophase first, and cytokinesis first. And in the same way, meiosis second is also divided into prophase second, metaphase second, anaphase second, telophase second, and cytokinesis second. And moreover, the prophase first of meiosis first is also divided into certain stages. They are leptotene, zygotene, pachytene, diplotin, and diakinesis. So these are the different stages of the meiosis, and at the end of the meiosis, from one cell, four daughter cells are formed. Actually, gametes are formed as a result of the meiosis. Sperms are the male gametes and eggs are the female gametes. And what is the significance of meiosis? Due to the process of meiosis, the chromosome number is maintained in the individual, and moreover, as a result of crossing over, there is recombination which brings about variation which leads to evolution in the organisms as a result of sexual reproduction. So this is all about meiosis. Now I have already sent you study material. You have to prepare notes by combining the material of the presentation as well as of the notes, and you have to go through whole of the topic, and in case you find any difficulty you can discuss those difficulties with me. Thank you.